Announced to bypass the Legislative Council in Hong Kong and to impose the controversial bill that would eroding the freedom of Hong Kong, which named as the National Security Law, which just resulted in Hong Kong turn from one country, two system to be one country, one system. In 2003, Beijing suggested to impose the law, and it still at least go through the legislation process in Hong Kong local level. But right now, Beijing just announced that the National People Congress will bypass and override the legal system and also the legislature in Hong Kong's kind of security law for the interest of communist regime. And the most important issue is this national security law. It detailed regulation mentioned that it might target any activist or politician that engage in any kind of international advocacy, which means that if young activists participate in congressional hearing, meet with MPs in UK, they might also be targeted and also face any kind of political prosecution that we never imagined in the previous day. But Hong Kong is a global city. We must let our voice be heard worldwide.
Xi Jinping had torn away the whole pretense of one country, two system. So they are announcing to the world that Hong Kong is no longer under one country, two system. It is now one country, one system. Because we people in Hong Kong, including the Hong Kong Alliance, had always been exercising our rights and freedom to criticize China, to advocate for democracy. So now the advocate for democracy is a crime Ping is doing, is challenging the whole international community. You know, they are telling the world, so what? We are destroying one country, two system. What can you do? So let's see what the world is going to do.
You can see that the whole process actually is trying to avoid Hong Kong legislature. We have no role to play because all the role has been taken up by the Standing Committee of the NPC and the Chinese government. So not even the Hong Kong government. The SAR government also has no role to play here. And then you can see step by step they are going to set up an office in Hong Kong in order to carry out or enforce the national security law. So what we can do, well, of course, I need to have more information about the upcoming bill, although we have some information, but then you can see that it is totally against our mini constitution. That means our basic law.